Shalom. This video is titled Know and Understand How the Father Works. Because of the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, there have been a disconnect between Yahuwah and his people. And because of that disconnect, it caused his people not to understand how he works. But let's talk about some examples in the Bible and see just how he worked. The first example is Noah. In Genesis, the 6th chapter, 14 through the 22nd verse, Noah was instructed to build an ark. And it took Noah 120 years to build that ark. In that 120 years, Noah proclaimed to the people to repent of their wickedness and turn from their wicked ways, and that the flood was coming, but we know the people repented not. So it took Noah 120 years to build that ark. Now, why didn't the Father just speak a word and save Noah that 120 years that it took to build that ark? He could have spoke a word and the ark would have been there in a day. But he chose to use Noah to build an ark. He always allowed man to play a part in his plan. Abraham was told to get out of your country, from your family, from your father's house in Genesis 12:1. And we know when he told him to get up and leave, Abraham did it. Abraham followed all the laws and statutes and commandments, Genesis 26:5. And it was accounted to him for righteousness. And through him, all the seeds of the earth will be blessed. Now, Lot. I want to focus on Lot, because Lot is similar to what we're dealing with today. In Genesis, the 19th chapter, starting at the 12th verse. And I'm going to read this. Then the men said to Lot, have you anyone else here, son-in-law, your sons, your daughters, whomever you have in the city? Take them out of this place, for we will destroy this place because of the outcry against them that has grown great before the face of Yahuwah, and Yahuwah have sent us to destroy it. So Lot went out, spoke to his son-in-law, who had married his daughters, and said, get up, get out of this place, for Yahuwah will destroy this city. But the son-in-law, his son-in-law, he seemed to be joking. So the son-in-law took Lot for a joke, and he thought he was joking, that the Most High was going to destroy the city, and so they remained. And that kind of what we see today. A lot of people think the Father is joking when he said, come out of her, my people. But we're going to see that that's not the case at all. When the morning had dawned, verse 15, and the angels urged Lot to hurry. So here we got the angels urging Lot to hurry up. You don't have time to waste. You can listen to people that tell you got time, there's time. There's no time to waste. Time is at hand. Now is the time. Saying, arise, take your wife, your 2 daughters who are here, lest you be consumed in the punishment of the city. And while he lingered, Lot lingered around. For whatever reason, he lingered around, and that's kind of where we at today. This is Sodom being right before it was destroyed, and we have Lot being urged to get up, get out, hurry, and he lingered. And here we have people today, some of them know they should leave that wicked Babylon, and they're lingering. And the men took hold of his hand, his wife's hand, and the hands of his 2 daughters, Yahuwah being merciful to him, and they brought him out and set him outside the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them outside, that he said, escape for your life. This is what he said to it. Escape for your life. This is how he works. He didn't save them no other type of way. He said escape for your life. Get up, leave. Do not look behind you nor stay anywhere in the plain. Escape to the mountains. Where did we hear that before? Escape to the mountains. Yahushua said, he told his disciples, when you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, flee to the mountains. And we know that happened in 70 AD. It says, escape to the mountains lest you be destroyed. And Lot didn't want to escape to the mountains. He was fearful of his life. He thought that he would die. So in verse 20, he said, see now the city is near to flee to. So Lot is saying he don't want to go to the mountains, but there's another little city that he wanted to flee to. And verse 20 give us a clue or a hint of what we're being told today. Flee to. So don't listen to anyone that tell you that you are not to flee, or he will never tell his people to flee. We have examples after examples after examples. And he said to him, see, I have favor you concerning this thing, and that I will not overthrow the city for which you have spoken. So he said he allowed him to go to that city. In verse 22, he says it again. He's telling Lot, hurry. In other words, don't move slow. Don't stand still. He's telling him to hurry. Escape there. And he said you can't do anything until he get there. So here we have the angel telling him to hurry up, to escape. And Lot had to get up, him and his daughters, and they had to flee. It was nothing supernaturally done. There was no other way of escaping. Somehow people have a notion to believe that in these latter days that he's going to that flee don't mean to get up and leave. He's going to do this all by himself, and we don't have to do nothing but stand still. But I will show that that's not the case at all. And now I saved the best example that I can give concerning how he works with his son Yahushua in Matthew 2:13 through 15. And I'm going to turn there. And this is when Joseph was told to take the child to Egypt. In verse 13, it says, now when they had departed, behold, an angel of Yahuwah appeared to Joseph in a dream. He says, arise, take the young child and his mother, flee to Egypt. So don't tell me, here's scriptural proof. Don't tell me he won't tell his people to flee to a certain area or a certain place. And people in the Bible never fled for their life. That's what we see here. He said, stay here until I bring you word. For Herod would seek the young child to destroy him. So he was fleeing for the Messiah's life. He says, when he arose, he took the young child, his mother, by night, and departed for Egypt. And Egypt plays a very significant part throughout Bible history with his people. He says, and was there until the death of Herod, and that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by Yahuwah through the prophet, saying, out of Egypt I called my son. And you can read that in Hosea 11:1. So here we're seeing his own son. He did no miraculous miracle. He did not put a wall of fire around the house. He did not send chariots to pick them up, to carry them anyway. They actually had to get up and do something. And when they did, they were playing their part in his plan. So we see in all these examples, nothing supernatural except him giving the message. He allowed man to play a part in his plans. And when the plan is complete, it is him that orchestrated the entire plan and not man. So we can say he did it. He gets all the credit, all the glory for what he do. He saved Noah and his family, and he made an everlasting covenant with Abraham after he left his father's house. He saved Lot. He saved his own son Yahushua from Herod the king. And here we are in 2015. How is he going to save Israel from Babylon and from all over the world? You know, that's a question that you have to ask yourself. How is he going to do this? Yes, we have a part to play in it, and that will be in the next video. So you will have to check out the next video and see what's our part. What is he asking us to do? Because he's asking us to do something. So what is it? Stay tuned for the next video. Shalom.